time to call your lawyer.
Time for our Ask the Lawyer segment with your friend and mine, Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. And a question to be answered today, like I said earlier, before you go to your favorite coffee shop today for your mocha, frappa, whatever, better hear this. Bruce L. Scheiner is attorney for the injured, and he's more than happy to answer questions like this. If you'd like to submit one, I'll tell you how to go about that in just a moment. But first things first, let me let you know it's important that you realize what you're about to hear is not specific legal advice in your specific situation. It'd be all too easy if you had something similar happen to you to say, well, that's what I need to do. And no, you should not. You should sit down in front of a professional and get a professional opinion. Many attorneys offer a free consultation. Bruce L. Scheiner certainly does. So why not take advantage of that? Do not take this as specific legal advice, just some general legal conversation. Now, what you can take to the bank is that you shouldn't make any statements. You shouldn't answer any questions. You shouldn't sign any documents. And you certainly shouldn't let anybody record conversations until you've sat down with a professional. So, with that in mind, let's find out what Bruce thinks about today's legal brain teaser at Kicks Country 92.9. Please make welcome Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, Todd. How was your vacation?
My vacation was fine, thank you. It's never long enough, but it was pretty good. And I would like in turn to ask you, how's the new year treating you?
Oh, I'm with my new grandbaby, so every day is special. I just look forward to the next day to see a little change in how he's growing.
How old is he now?
He's 8 months.
Okay. Real fun time period.
It's tremendous.
Well, you keep enjoying that little guy, I know. You certainly have told us a lot of stories over the course of the last 8 months, and we look forward to a lot more in the future. In the meantime, we have stories to share as well. Ours, unfortunately, aren't quite as amusing as your grandbaby stories, but usually involve some kind of accident or problem for which we turn to you for advice. So if you're ready, I've got another question submitted to be asked.
I am ready, Todd.
All right, here's how it goes. Recently, my wife was going for some coffee and tripped over a pipe which was sticking 2 inches above the surface right outside the entrance to the coffee shop. As a result of her fall, she broke her hip and has to have surgery to replace the hip and fix other injuries. The store manager claims they are not responsible for her fall because the property is owned by another company. What can she do? Who should be responsible? That's a tricky one, at least in a layperson's sense, because I know when I go into a shop, 9 times out of 10, they don't own the business, they don't own the property, they just rent. So what do you think?
Well, when I see a situation like this, first of all, it looked like an accident waiting to happen, having a pipe sticking 2 inches above the ground. If they were going to cut a pipe off, they should have made it level and made sure it wasn't a tripping hazard, which it appeared to be.
Certainly.
Second of all, it appears that this happened in a strip mall. So I would be looking for 3 people to be responsible. Number one, the coffee shop itself, because it has a duty to provide a safe place to shop for its customers.
Okay.
Number 2, the owner of the mall, because, again, as the owner, he has to provide a safe place for people who come on his property. And number 3, these places usually have a property manager who responsible for making sure to keep the property clean, to keep the property safe, and so forth. So I think that you're probably looking at 3 separate parties that would all share in the responsibility.
Well, that's good in a sense, because that provides several different areas with which compensation might be sought for her injuries. Now, this was one of those things that I know is a hypothesis. We were hypothesizing behind the scenes here today about this, so I hope you don't mind us throwing this out there. But what if the coffee shop owner renting the property can show that they diligently tried to notify the owner of the property again and again, emails, letters, that kind of thing, saying you need to fix this? Would that in any way help their situation?
Well, I think it might go to help the situation. He'd still have a duty to warn people if he was aware that, it was a dangerous condition.
He should have had a sign or a little safety cone or something like that.
Sure,
yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Well, this gives really good advice for somebody who may thought they had nowhere to turn. Now you've got several avenues, but it all kind of begins with a face-to-face. We always suggest that face-to-face appointment in your case is very important. Get in front of a professional and let's see what they say. Bruce, starting off 17 on the right foot, if you ask me, with some great advice. Thank you once again.
Well, again, it's my pleasure, and I want to wish you and all of your listeners a very, very happy and healthy new year. I hope that we have a great year in 2017.
I thank you, sir. We look forward to talking to you next week.
I'm looking forward to it.
Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up once again for Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. And let me tell you how you can get your question answered. He'd be more than happy to take a look at what you got, possibly use it for a future segment of Ask the Lawyer. All you do is go to our website and look for BLS, Bruce L. Scheiner, on the homepage, or you can put the word Bruce into the keyword search box. You'll end up at the same place. Now, if you need some immediate help, you don't want to wait, you can't wait, why not consult on your legal situation for free? Just give their office a call, Bruce L. Scheiner and Associates. The Port Charlotte office number is 941-743-7777, 743-7777. That's 743-7777. Don't let anyone take away your rights. Find out how to protect yourself and your interests by calling today. 743-7777. And tell them that Todd Matthews sent you from Kicks Country 92.9.